Now, if you are ever challenged not only to grasp the head and tail of a concept, a chapter, or even of a whole lesson, but also to understand its components and their particular relationships with one another in a more effective, interesting, and enjoyable way, I would suggest you to draw and use mind maps. Hello friends, what's up? This is just the beginning and welcome to Granger's Hustle. To brief on this channel, here you would be encountering study videos, vlogs and videos on related themes. From the beginning to the end of the duration of me studying a particular topic, there are two specific points at which I would be drawing mind maps. Okay, let me pick a unit of my A-level biology book as an example. In saying that, you can use this technique for any subject, any topic, and even for mathematical based subjects. So, step 1 of stage 1. At first, I would be reading the entire lesson at a glance quickly, just focusing on the main topics, the subtopics, and the keywords stand up to me without allocating much space for minute level understanding. Now, this stage is very crucial in determining whether your mind map is going to clear things up for you or if it's going to mess things up. I suggest writing maximum of 3 keywords under each subtopic. This is also an opportunity for you to put your creativity into practice. So feel free to use any color, design as required to differentiate each topic or subtopic. Having white spaces between make your mind maps more organized. Now this is the finished look. I usually put this mind map inside the file or the book which I carry with me to the school until the last day of discussion of the particular topic, and very useful later when I'm doing questions to understand which portion of the lesson has more chapter weightage so that I can focus more on them when it comes near to the exams. Now let's move over to the second mind map and how to study that. Here I'll present you with two options concerning which mind map to draw first. Take the previous mind map and out of all the topics there, you could either choose the topic with the highest chapter weightage or the topic that appears most demanding and challenging to you to draw first. Read the entire topic once, but this time with laser focus. You need to focus on understanding the concepts, the theories, and also in remembering the equations. After drawing the mind map using the previously mentioned tips, here's how to study it. Here the main topic of this mind map is gravitational fields, and you can identify the subsections here. The first one is Newton's law of gravitation, the gravitational potential, satellite motion, escape velocity, orbital radius of a geostationary satellite, and wake lessons. They are the subtopics of this main topic. Okay guys, let's start from the satellite motion. The only equation you need to remember here is V equals Gm over R, which is the velocity of a geostationary satellite is equal to the universal gravitational constant into mass of the planet around which the satellite is revolving, divided by the radius of the planet, or the distance from the center of the planet concerned to the center of the satellite. Now, in order to remember the remaining equations, instead of just relying on the pure memory, we are going to build up some logical deductions. Now, if you have studied physics up to this point, it would be your general knowledge that V equals omega r, which means the linear velocity is equal to the angular velocity into radius. We are going to use that equation and substitute Gm over r instead of V here, and we are going to multiply that equation by r in order to get the angular velocity of the satellite. Also, for an object involved in circular motion, the rotational period is equal to the 2 pi over the angular velocity, which is omega. Earlier we have found out omega using our logical deductions. So now this equation for omega, we are going to substitute in this equation, and now we are going to divide 2 pi by the equation we have just obtained in order to get the rotational period of a geostationary satellite. The equations which are mandatory for you to memorize in this gravitational fields lesson are the equations in the Newton's law section and the equations in the gravitational potential section, and also V equals Gm over R, which we discussed earlier. Now you have to anyway memorize this gravitational potential energy equation. So we are going to deduce the kinetic energy equation and the total energy equation from the gravitational potential energy equation. We are already aware that W equals mg and kinetic energy equals to half into mg squared for any object that moves under Earth's gravitational field. We are going to use this concept in order to deduce these energy equations. For example, from the gravitational potential energy section earlier, now we know that gravitational potential energy for any object that moves under Earth's gravitational field is equal to minus Gm over R. Now, we know that in order to convert this potential energy equation into kinetic energy equation, we have to multiply it by half and make the acceleration part squared. We are going to do exactly that also in the satellite motion equations, and you would find that it's very easy to reduce the equations in this way with a little bit more practice than just relying on your pure memory. Now, in order to get the total energy for a geostationary satellite, we are going to adapt the two equations above, which are the gravitational potential energy of a satellite at a given point in the Earth's gravitational field plus the kinetic energy of the satellite at the very same point. At this point, you may have realized that instead of just copywriting when drawing the mind map, we have used several active recall concepts in studying even this small segment. We have understood a few mandatory to remember parts, and for the other ones, we have used logical deduction, also the guessing the unknown facts from the known information, visualization, exercising your memory power to the fullest. Now there are 3 remaining sections to study. I hope you would study them wisely using the concepts that I have just mentioned based on active recall, so that you would have an overall understanding on this topic, that you can better answer the questions when they are presented to you in the examination. Just a quick mention, please cross check the information that you have drawn with the memory on the mind map just after drawing it before studying, in order to ensure that the information is accurate. Guys, thank you so much for watching till the end, and I hope you have gained something from this video. We have given a better purpose for mind maps than just its aesthetic value, I hope. And use these concepts, actively recall the facts using mind maps, and I hope you would get better results, and I actually wish that. And thanks for watching.